You're tuning in to Natty News Daily with the latest and breaking natural bodybuilding news. Bringing you today's Natty News, your host, Leroy Rollins.
What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Natty News Daily. In this episode, we're going to talk about the CPA 2020 show schedule. That's been recently released, I believe just today, so we're getting on top of it real quick. So this is their tentative schedule for the rest of the year. The CPA starts their show schedule in April, typically, and goes all the way to November. But obviously, with the global situation, that's been changed dramatically. So looking at the schedule, they note at the top, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, competition dates may change. Please visit our website, www.canadianphysiquealliance.com, for the most current information. Obviously, all these dates are tentative. As much as they can say that these are the dates that they're going to run the show, things can change. Like day by day, this could change. So please keep an eye out. Obviously, I'm going to try to update the news as frequently as I can. But obviously, they mentioned that the Canadian Physique Alliance website is where you can get the most current information. And they'll probably have their Instagram account updated regularly as well. So starting at the top, August 15th, the CamFit Pro Nationals. Now, from the looks of it, there are some shows in the fall, late summer, fall, that are keeping their original dates. So for this first show, for example, the CamFit Pro Naturals, August 15th, I believe, is the date that they were originally going to run that. So some of the dates might be of what they're normally supposed to be. So if you're planning to do some of these shows, you're not affected at all. But if you're planning to do some of the shows that were in the early part of the year, they've been moved. So, take note accordingly for you if you're prepping. So August 15th, the first show, CamFit Pro Naturals in Toronto, Ontario. August 22nd, the next show, the Crush Cancer Classic in Kitchener, Ontario. August 29th, we've got 3 shows on the same day. Now, these are at different levels, I believe. So the Mindio show is a natural regional event. An open regional event, sorry. That one is open. And then the Santé-Go Classic in Quebec, I'm not sure if that's open or natural. And then the Les Brant Muscle Classic Open in British Columbia. So across Canada, we've got 3 shows on the 29th. In Ontario, there's the 1 show, in Quebec, and then BC. So got some options there for the end of August. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows in August, which some of the shows keep their same day. I know the Mindio show was originally supposed to be in May, so that's been moved to August 29th. Now, moving into September, this is where some of the shows that I had clients in are being moved to. So the first show, September 5th, the Cobourg Naturals in Cobourg, Ontario. That was originally supposed to be April 18th. I myself was supposed to have 8 clients competing in that show, but that has been moved to September 5th, which is actually, as of filming this video, today is Saturday, May the 2nd, May 3rd, something like that. 18 weeks to that show. So that's a natural event. Great show. I encourage any first-time competitors to try it out, and of course any experienced competitors as well. This is a great show to jump into. September 5th as well, the Natural BC Cup. That's in Kamloops, British Columbia. So we got 2 shows, September 5th, one in Ontario, one in British Columbia. September 12th, the Ottawa Natural Classic, which was supposed to be in June. I believe that was June 20th was the date for that. So that would have been not far from today, 6 weeks out today. Some of the people would have been 6 or 7 weeks. Now that would put them 19 weeks out. That's in Ottawa, Ontario. Then we have September 18th and 19th, the Ben Weider Natural Pro Show and Pro Qualifier. So supposedly the only natural bodybuilding show in the IFBB. Tested, that's what they say. So the Ben Weider Pro Show, you can compete as a pro, and then the Pro Qualifier, you can earn an IFBB Pro card, again, as a natural. Now, this show is in Toronto. Previously, it was held in Montreal, I believe, Quebec. So it's being moved to Toronto. That is 18th and 19th of September. So it's a Friday, Saturday event. So if you're planning to try to get that IFBB Pro card here in Canada, then this is your shot, September 18th and 19th. And then obviously if you're an IFBB Pro and you're natural, this is the show you want to compete in. again, September 18th and 19th. Now, moving to September 26th, we've got 3 shows again, just like we did in August. The Fuad Abiyad Championships, that's an open regional qualifier. That's in Toronto. Then we have Supplement King Open and Natural Championships in St. John's, Newfoundland, and then the Northern Classic Open in Fort St. John, BC. So Ontario, Newfoundland, British Columbia are all holding events on September 26th. So you got some options there. Moving into October. October is jam-packed. 4 shows on October 3rd. Starting with the New Brunswick CPA Natural Championships. That's obviously in New Brunswick and Fredericton. The Summum Classic in Montreal, Quebec on October 3rd as well. Then we have the Absolute Touch Halloween Masquerade in Kitchener, Ontario. And then Muscle Beach, Edmonton, Alberta, not Muscle Beach, California. So New Brunswick, Quebec, Ontario, and Alberta all holding events on October 3rd. So again, across Canada, you've got some options there for the beginning of October. October 10th, 3 events. The VDC Natural and Van Dyke Classic, I believe that's what that says. Winnipeg, Manitoba. West Coast Iron City Natural Showdown, New Westminster, British Columbia. And the GNC All Max Legends Cup in Burlington, Ontario. So 3 events, all qualifiers for the national level. October 17th, we've got 1 event, so the following weekend, the Canadian National Pro Qualifier. So that is the open pro qualifier, not the natural pro qualifier, okay? So this is for your open athletes. That's in Toronto. It was in Toronto last year, I believe, on the same weekend, so nothing's changed there. And then October 24th, we have the Popeyes Fall Classic in Vancouver, and October 31st, last day of the month, the Classique Naturel Popeyes Supplements, Montreal, Quebec. So busy month in October, plenty of options all over the country. So, the big one to note is the National Pro Qualifier in Toronto on October 17th. Moving into November. November 7th, Flex Lewis Canadian Classic and Gladiator Showdown in Moncton, New Brunswick. November 7th and 8th is the Niagara Falls Pro-Am in Niagara Falls, Ontario. So again, I believe that is an open, untested event. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I believe it's an open event because I think Rough Diesel, Terrence Ruffin, won that last year, came second in Classic Physique. So obviously not a natural athlete. Great bodybuilder, but not a natural bodybuilder. So you have that on November 7th and 8th. November 14th, you got a few shows. You got Alberta Open and Alberta Naturals. So an open and natural event. I'm not sure if they're on like the same day, same venue. Well, obviously the same day, but same venue or not, I'm not entirely sure. November 14th, the King Kong Natural Championships. That was tentatively the last show of the year, but obviously things changed. So I had a client compete in that show last year. It was a great event, very well run, very well organized. So I encourage any natural athletes to give that show a try if you're looking to qualify for nationals. And that's in Toronto on November 14th. November 14th, again, St. John Fall Classic in St. John, New Brunswick. So got 3 shows on the 14th of November. November 15th, the Mimi Capes Classic in Montreal, Quebec. They did note that that's on Sunday, which is not typical. Most bodybuilding shows are on Saturdays, so it's good that they noted that that's on a Sunday because that might have confused some people. November 20th, the CPA President's Cup in Vaughan. That's on a Friday. November 21st, the Ottawa Championships, which is interesting. They have that on the 21st and 28th. I wonder if that's a screw-up. Not entirely sure. Maybe they're both dates just because they're tentative. But anyways, Ottawa Championships. So don't confuse that, guys, with the Ottawa, where is it on here? The Natural Classic on September 12th. Okay, so the Ottawa Championships is the Open. The Natural Classic is obviously the natural show. Okay, so same city, 2 different shows. December 12th, Vancouver Island Showdown, Victoria, BC. So at the bottom here, there's some dates that haven't been completely locked in yet. The big one that I'm looking at is the Natural Canada IFBB Pro Qualifier. So that's December 5th or 12th tentatively. Obviously, things can change. That is, if you're a natural athlete trying to get an IFBB Pro card, that's the show you want to do. Obviously, you have to do an event prior to that to qualify, but that's the event you're looking at. So December 5th or 12th, it's supposed to be on July 31st, I believe, was the original date. So obviously, that's been moved to the end of the year. cramming it into December. So they're giving athletes chances to qualify, which is good. I know that was a concern for some people because if it was going to be in July, then a lot of shows where you could qualify for that weren't going to be happening. So they've moved that to December 5th or 12th. Another one to be decided is the Sudbury Northern Rock Naturals in Sudbury, Ontario. No date yet. Another one is the Barrie Natural Championships. No date. That was just canceled a week or two ago. I had it in the news video. The Fitlog Classic in Quebec. Again, no date. And then October 24th, tentatively, is the Stephanie Worsfold Classic, which was on May 9th. Supposed to be anyways. So that's been postponed to October 24th. So there's your schedule, guys, for us here in Canada. The CPA show schedule. And again, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this can all change. These are the dates they're hoping for, but it can change in the blink of an eye. So keep an eye out on, obviously, the CPA website, CanadianPhysiqueAlliance.com, their Instagram account, and obviously here on Natty News Daily, we're going to update things as they come. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram at Natty_news_daily, and I'll see you guys in the next video.